What's up, my good people? This is your boy Golden Boy, and I'm really glad that you clicked on this video. So we want to talk about these issues on a day Malema threatened, ordered the security to remove one of the BBC journalists. So these are the things that on that day Malema was trying to address issues on those popcorn parties, as he mentioned that they were trying to threaten NC party. So this journalist came up with the question, and Malema saw it very bad. So he ordered the 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 security to remove him outside. Now I don't want to waste your time because I want you to listen to what Malema has for you.
Exile. You see, let me tell you, before you are chacharachne, let me tell you, this is a building of a revolutionary party, and you know nothing about the revolution. So here you behave or else you jump. Here you don't laugh. Chief, can you get security to remove this thing? If you're not going to behave, you're going to call security to take you out. This is not a newsroom. This is a revolutionary house, and you don't come here with that tendency. Don't come here with that white tendency. Not yet. You can do it somewhere else. Not yet. If you've got a tendency of undermining blacks even where you work, you are in the wrong place. Yeah, you are in the wrong place.
That's rubbish.
And you can go out.
That's absolutely rubbish.
Yeah, you can go out. Rubbish is what you have covered in that trouser. That is rubbish. That which you have covered in this trouser is rubbish. Okay? You are a small boy. You can't do anything.
I didn't come here to be...
Come out. Go out. Bastard. Go out. You bloody agent.
Now Malema is vying for presidency in South Africa in a party of EFF, and to my question is that, do you think this is a red flag? Do you think this is someone who can rule as South Africa? And on his basis, Malema has always said that he doesn't like people who are very racial. But on this video, do you think Malema was trying to be racial? What if that black person would have asked such question? Do you think he would have also threatened him? Or do you think he will remove that person outside? So those are some of the questions that I thought that we can discuss in the comment sections, because Malema is someone who the world is currently eyeing on. And we as Kenyans, we are also seeing that Malema has been the strongest opposition leader, not opposition leader, but has been someone who has always been against any white supremacy in these countries, and he has always tried to fight for the black people, not only the black people, but he has only tried to fight for the South Africans to have many rights. Like recently, there's a time he was fighting for the LGBTQ. He has fought for the power, electricity, because South Africa was having an issues on electricity. So I don't know much about South African issues. Also, I don't want to get engaged in South African issues, but I'm only trying to say that, do you think these are the things that Malema can solve? If one of it is racism. You all know that South Africa is a country that has multicultural cultures. That is it is mixed of white, it is mixed of black, Dutch, many ethnic groups. But to some of the things that I know is that Malema has always thought that the white people are very privileged more than the black people, and that's why he has always fighted for the black people in South Africa. So one of the green flag is that Malema doesn't tolerate nonsense. And this is something that I have come to realize that this person can really work for the South Africans. Now take an example of Kenyan president, that is Kibaki. Kibaki was one of the best president in Kenya, and he could not tolerate any nonsense. Besides, he was very, very mean, and he made sure that the economy of the Kenyan during that time was flowing, and people were getting money in their pockets. So this means that even Malema can do the same for the South Africans. Being mean in this case means that this person ensured that the projects that the government had funded, he made sure that were functioning and were finished before he retired. The same to Malema. I think this person can work for the people and can ensure that the black South Africans, the country of South Africa, remain peaceful, and also you can ensure that every individuals in that country are not discriminated in any form of race, in any means, to mean that every individual will get work, every individual will be involved in government activities, because recently you will find that now the people of South Africans are not getting involved in project activities, and this has made them lose faith to their government. But as much as people are talking about Malema saying that he's a Russian puppet, I don't think this is true. Now, South Africa is a country that is involved in BRICS. It is in a BRIC, which means that they have membership with China and Russia and India. Now, when these people are emerging, this means that they don't use they don't use the dollar. Instead, they'll use a Russian. I don't know that coin. I don't know that money that they are using in terms of exchange of trades. But I think that China means good for Africa. Have you seen China getting involved in African projects? Now take an example of Kenya. After Kibaki retired, President Uhuru took over, and then after that, President Uhuru got involved in many government projects that were being funded by the China. And do you know what happened? China made sure that the infrastructures in Kenya were functioning. China made sure that all the infrastructures, to mean that all roads that were meant for Kenya, that were meant to be constructed in that time, were all finished. Now, if you come to Kenya, you'll find that Kenya is one of the best countries that people right now admire, because it has grown very fast. What do I mean is that it is because of China getting involved. Now, this is the same way I'm trying to say that Malema is one of the people that means good for people, and he can get projects to to fund South African. It can get projects to help South Africa get developed. Red flag is that Malema usually gets very, very, very angry. He usually gets angry very fast. This is someone who can be gaslighted very fast, and he can get involved in abuse, in an argument that can involve emotions. Now, this means that you have seen many of his interviews, and you'll see that this guy doesn't like to get in a petty things, especially when it involves the white people, European people. Look at the interviews that he has been involved in. This guy means good for people, and you know that the European countries, these are the countries that are very, very sarcastic when it comes to action taking. They are usually very sarcastic, and you can find that most of the time they are usually got in wars, but they are getting it indirectly, because they tamper with the media. It has made African countries to look very bad. It has made other countries that are involved in war to look very bad. Now, look at Russia and Ukraine. What has involved this thing? The European countries has made Russia to look as a bad country because they are in support of Ukraine. What about the Somalia war? What about the Congo, where many women are getting raped, many men are getting killed, many people are getting involved in works, in mining, and yet these people don't have a standard living. These people don't have even water. These people can't even afford food, yet they are getting involved in mining, which they extract a lot of minerals, but the country is not yet developing. This is because the leaders in that country are in exchange with the European countries for money, and the money that the European countries usually give these countries, it goes to people, individual puppets of the Europeans. The reason why I'm bringing this story is because Malema is someone who I think in many occasions I have seen his videos, I have heard these in interviews, in radios, in television, is that this person is a person who can't get bribed, for his people, who can't be a puppet for some few individuals. Now, as you see that the way he harassed this person, maybe this person wanted to make the bad image of Malema. Now, as much as we are talking about this, I want you to see that Malema is someone who can make his country move forward. At the same time, I'm not trying to advocate for Malema for president, because I don't know how you South Africans feel. I don't want you to see that Kenyans are in support of South African. A Kenyan guy called Golden Boy is in support of Malema, because I think that your country is very democratic and you are usually involved in elections, and it is a fair elections. Now, because the campaign is currently happening in your country, you know what you want for your country, you know what leaders you want to get you move forward, you know what leaders who will benefit you, who will make your country get benefit, who will make your country get stable, who will make everything in your country involving health, food, security, and anything that will make your country get benefit. This is why I'm trying to say that as much I'm trying to give you good image, but at the same time I'm trying to tell you that don't elect a puppet leader. Don't elect someone who is puppet to the European countries, who is puppet to some of the white individuals, who is puppet, who can sell your country to in other nations for his family or his personal gains. Now, I think this is the end of this video, and I wish you a happy new year, and see you in the next episode.